Expectations were low. Relations are almost as bad as they were in the Cold War. For Vladimir Putin, it was good just to be here. The summit puts him where he thinks Russia should be, as America's superpower equal. For Joe Biden, criticized by some for being here at all, this was a chance to set America's red lines on things like Russian cyber attacks, election interference, human rights, and Ukraine.
Try to determine where we have mutual interests that we can cooperate, and where we don't, establish a predictable and rational way in which we disagree.
If they could improve the mood and lower tension, that might be enough. Both presidents were joined by their foreign ministers for the first meeting, which lasted more than 90 minutes. Then more officials joined them, but those talks broke up early. Afterwards, Putin announced they had agreed to restore ambassadors. He thought Joe Biden was an experienced statesman and the talks had been constructive. But when asked about jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny, he hit back on America's human rights record.
Guantanamo still works. It does not comply with anything, international law nor the US laws, but it still exists. There are CIA prisons that work in European countries as well, where they do torture people. What is that? Are those human rights?
On US complaints about cyber attacks, Putin said most of them came from the US itself, but he agreed to talk. At his press conference, Biden said they'd achieved a lot in excruciatingly detailed discussions. They agreed to work on a new strategic stability. But the US would never go easy on human rights. And on cyber, he'd given Putin a list of critical US infrastructure that was off limits.
I pointed out to him we have significant cyber capability. And he knows it. He doesn't know exactly what it is, but it's significant. And if in fact they violate these basic norms, we will respond.
Biden said he recognized that Russia's historic fear of encirclement lives on, but that both nations should not normalize the confrontation they once shared.
But it's clearly not in anybody's interest, your country's or mine, for us to be in a situation where we're in a new Cold War. And I truly believe he thinks that. He understands that.
There were no clear-cut achievements from this first meeting. The list of areas of disagreement is long, and some of the rhetoric from Putin was hard-line. But both sides agreed consultations on a range of issues will now start. And that's progress. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World.